everyone, welcome to our channel Geoscience. Today we will discuss on another MCQ series of mineralogy. So the first question is, aragonite and calcite have same chemical composition. They represent, we know that aragonite and calcite have same chemical composition, that is CaCO3, but possess different physical property. So these are the polymorphs of each other. So the phenomenon will be known as polymorphism. Here another term is there, that is pseudomorphism. So pseudomorphism is when a mineral will possess external form of another mineral species. That is a replacement occur of a mineral by another without any change. That is, replacement will occur, but there will be no change in the outer form. The second question is, sphalerite glow and emit light when placed on in ultraviolet light or in other radiation. The phenomenon is known as here the phenomenon is known as phosphorescence. But in case of fluorescence, the some minerals are exposed to sunlight or ultraviolet light will produce a color quite different from their own color. In case of phosphorescence, the minerals are glowing and emitting light, but in case of fluorescence, they will produce a different light from their own color, different color. So phosphorescence is shown by sphalerite and diamond, and fluorescence is shown by calcite and silicate. So the next question is, in the basal section that will show pleochoism. So first of all, what is pleochoism? We know pleochoism is the change in quality and quantity of color when we rotate the microscopic stage. When we are viewing a mineral's thin section under the microscope, we are rotating the microscopic stage. So there will be change in quality and quantity of colors. The phenomenon is called pleochoism. Not all the minerals will show pleochoism, because pleochoism is occurring when there will be absorption or different absorption of color from the incident of white light. We know the isotropic minerals will absorb same intensity of light and color in every direction when we rotate the stage. So all the isotropic minerals means the minerals that will crystallizes in cubic system will behave as non-pleochoic, and anisotropic mineral will show pleochoism. We know anisotropic minerals are divided into two groups, that is uniaxial minerals and biaxial minerals. Both will show pleochoism, but in case of uniaxial mineral, when we will observe the thin section in basal section, so the absorption of light will be equal in every direction. So in the basal section, the uniaxial mineral will behave as isotropic mineral, and in case of biaxial, when caught at right angle to the optic axis, the mineral will behave as isotropic. So here in the option there is quartz. Quartz is an uniaxial mineral, but in basal section uniaxial minerals will behave as isotropic and will be non-pleochoic. And apatite also is a uniaxial mineral, so this will also not show pleochoism. Next is the hornblende. Hornblende is an biaxial mineral and it will show pleochoism in the basal section. The fourth question is garnet. So we know garnet is an isotropic mineral, so that will not show pleochoism. The answer will be C, that is hornblende. The next question is, if a crystal phase has OSS parameter of 1A, 2B and half C, its Miller indices will be. We had a question of this type in the previous video. In that video, the question has given us the intercepts of crystallographic axis, and OSS parameter are the intercept of crystallographic axis. So simply we will do it in the previous way, that is 1 by 1, that will be 1, 1 by 2, that will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2, that will be 2. But in case of Miller indices, there will be no fraction present. So we cannot include the fractions in the Miller indices. We have to simplify um, these intercepts. So we will multiply it by 2 to simplify. So that will be 2, that will be 1, that will be 2 into 2, that is 4. So the answer will be 2, 1, 4, that is option B will be the correct answer. So the next question is, in the given diagram, the percentage of plagioclase in a rock of composition X. So here is the plagioclase. We are asked to calculate the percentage of plagioclase in this line, that is X. In the X is lying this line. So we will, let's have a look on this diagram to understand that. So here I have drawn a triangle and have divided it into 10 equal parts. You can calculate it. So in this point the concentration of quartz will be 100. The concentration of quartz will be 100, but when we will move in this direction, the concentration of quartz will decrease. In which way? In the line will represent the concentration of quartz at this particular points. So the line the amount is also decreasing. Look at this, 90, 80, then 70. At this particular line the concentration of quartz will become 0, as it is the farthest from the this point. So as such as here in this point this is alkali feldspar. So here alkali feldspar will be 100, and in this direction it will decrease, and in this line the alkali feldspar will be 0. So in such here is plagioclase, and when we will calculate from this to this, the concentration will decrease towards this line. At this line that the concentration will become 0, and here the plagioclase is 100%. But look at this, the triangle has been divided into 5 equal halves. So each equal half will have how much percentage? 20%. So when we will decrease each line by 20, that is 80, this is 60, this is 40, and this line is 20. This is 40, this is 60, this is 80, and this is 100. So this line is of 20%. So here at this point the plagioclase will have 20%. So 20% will be the answer. So thank you everyone for watching our video. Do like, share and subscribe, and don't hesitate to ask your doubts. You can comment or message in our WhatsApp group, or message personally to us. Thank you.